Hi everyone, welcome to Cycle Systems Academy. My name is Sean Lally, I'm lead instructor and co-founder of the company. If you look around you, what you'll see is a fully equipped workshop. We've got 10 workstations and this is where we train mechanics. Maybe you came here and trained with us, maybe you've got staff that have trained with us, but all of us in the industry have got some similar issues. We all want to stay in business, we all want to be making money at the workshop, and none of us want to be destroying customers' bikes. Always funny when someone else does it, not funny when you or your staff do it. So let's have a look at some real world issues of bikes getting crushed. We had it happen when one of our mobile mechanics in London put a bike in the stand like this. The top tube into the clamp, crunch. Now luckily for us, the mechanic only damaged the paint. I'll say only, but it really was a London city firm. We had to have the frame repainted. That was a good £600 from Argos, not the catalogue shop. But of course, the top tube being a fairly weak part of the frame doesn't take a lot of load. In the middle of that tube, you can crush that very, very easily. Never, never do that. Or the seat tube either, but you still see a lot of people doing that. The next point people will go to is the seat post. And we actually had a student with us last week who'd bought a brand new bike, and I will not name the shop that did this, and he noticed clamp marks on the carbon seat post. When he phoned up the shop about this, when I remarked on it, the shop said, "Don't worry, sir, we've got special work stands. They've got torque gauges built into the clamp, so we know we will never over tighten the seat post." Well, guess what? Everyone had a good laugh at that. When the student went back to the shop, he actually photographed the clamp as well, just to check if such a thing really existed. If you say stuff like that, everyone's going to know, you'll be all over the internet. So, if we're not going to crush a carbon frame or a carbon seat post, what are we going to do? Well, some of you might have the Park Tool dummy posts, aluminium posts that go straight into the frame, some of them in aero shapes as well for the various frame sets that won't take a round post. Some of you, like me, might just put an aluminium post in. Now, I've not done this myself, but I've heard of it. You put the aluminium post in to the frame, and what you can see here is there's quite a lot of the metal tube inside the frame. So we're clamped in like so. We've got a big metal tube inside the frame, and as soon as you start wrenching on the bike with that inevitable seize component, you damage the frame on the inside. And hey presto, broken carbon bike. Not good for anyone. Lots and lots of people in the bike trade are still making these mistakes, and you don't want to. There's a few different options out there, but our favourite is a product called the Hirabel frame clamp. And in fact, there's a few bike shops we've heard of now who use these as standard on every single repair. Not just for carbon, but for lightweight aluminium as well. Because even if you don't crush a carbon post or frame, if a customer does, and you're clamping them in your shop, you've got no way to prove that it wasn't you that did it. So with these, as we can see, we actually clamp this into our work stand. We can then move the stand into position like so, and then clamp it in place, and these non-marring rubber straps will hold the frame in place. They also they rotate and they have channels for any external cables you're working with. I wouldn't say it's a perfect solution. The rubber straps themselves can break, and we always recommend, if you're going to get one of these, make sure you get a nice good amount of replacement straps, because you don't want to be caught out in the workshop. And also, if you see, the bike can rotate a little bit. There's a bit of movement there. However, we think it's the very, very best solution for working on expensive carbon fibre bikes. What we don't want to do is the other classic bike mechanic workaround, is to simply balance the bike on the work stand. And I shouldn't need to tell you why you don't do that. You're just asking for trouble. And also if a customer walks in and there's their £8,000 carbon fibre bike just balancing there while you work on it, you're not going to look very professional. So you want to look professional, you want to work professionally, you want to keep up to date with the latest materials and technology. Have a look below. We've got loads of great tutorials for you, and we look forward to seeing you soon.